Well. We take another W, everybody. Backfire Tomb Raider Studio eliminated employees who were catering to the modern audience. You love to see it, man. I want to see more of this happening. They finally realized that they were destroying Tomb Raider. Somebody actually got a grip. Somebody actually woke up to all the nonsense. All right, what happened? Let's see. Tell us, Dr. Disaster. Crazy way to start a video.
It's gonna be a real pleasure to shut you up.
Yeah!
What is up, Space
Major
Pirates?
W, Crystal Dynamics.
This is your Admiral, the compassionately cold-hearted
I feel like this has something to do with Melanie Mac. I think she definitely helped.
Dr. Disaster. And did you know that a survey from the Game Developers Conference earlier this year showed that 11% of game devs had lost their jobs and 41% were negatively impacted in some way by layoffs?
I wonder what happened. Was it all the AI and woke slop that was everywhere? I wonder, like, if that was it. We tried to warn them. We did. We warned them for years at this point. Like, it's their own fault. They didn't listen. They wouldn't listen.
Considering how precarious the gaming industry is right now, you'd think that developers would be very careful about giving customers what they want.
Sorry, wrong.
Well, they're still stuck in the mindset of, like, 2020, 2022, and they're retarded. They don't actually pay attention to what's going on, so this is going to keep happening for a little while. Because these are old fucks who can't get with the times, who really try to get with the times. They really try to make the times, you know what I mean? They really want to be the people who set the standards, but they're not. What sets the standards is just, it's kind of random. It's kind of based on the collective normal person. And these people that control everything behind the scenes are not normal. They have no idea what it means to be normal, and they try and create a new normal. They tried to popularize that. Remember that? New normal? Yeah. They're still stuck in that mindset where they're trying to create culture and trying to bend culture to their will, to their whatever they want to make it. And it's not working.
Yes.
For whatever reason, a lot of these studios just keep doubling down on the asinine decisions that have brought a large chunk of the industry to its knees. Case in point, look at the Perfect Dark remake that was supposed to come out in the next few years. Back in the day, Joanna Dark was an iconic character, but for whatever reason...
Dude, I fucking love Perfect Dark. This is so sad. And I saw it coming. As soon as I saw it pop up, I don't remember which conference it was where they show a bunch of game trailers. But, like, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, dude, no. No, this ain't it, bro.
Instead of making her look like she used to, like this, they decided to change Joanna Dark so that she looked like this.
Yeah, she looks like one of the developers.
Did you see that guy's balls?
And do you know who was making that game before Xbox canceled it earlier this year? Two primary studios were working on it. There was The Initiative, which Xbox completely shut down at the same time that this game was canceled, and then there was Crystal Dynamics, which is the studio, of course, responsible for the Tomb Raider franchise these days. In other words, they're the ones to blame for attempting to reinvent Lara Croft over the past decade or so that by the time she hit that Netflix series, she was starting to look like a dude.
You're no woman.
Well, now it looks like Crystal Dynamics is reaping the rewards of their poor decisions. They just announced that they had to let go of some more employees in the last year.
Imagine that. Dude, it's going to get so much worse. These layoffs, they're going to get so much worse. 2026 is going to be detrimental for all these freaks that somehow wiggled their way into getting their agenda placed on the forefront of all these video games and just media in general. Like, just even look at Disney. They're trying to figure out how to win back young men because that's actually where their audience was, and they completely shit all over it.
Year or so, they've lost around 10% of their workforce. But in the wake of the Perfect Dark cancellation...
We warned them. Disney, too. We warned them. We warned them. They saw record profits. And so they were like, oh, we're sitting pretty. All of you people are wrong. Look at them now.
They're losing some more. And this is the result of not giving gamers what they want.
Yep, and it's going to get worse.
keep in mind, the people who had been working on this game...
Dude, Borderlands 4. Oh man, it's gonna be so bad. I can't wait.
The Perfect Dark game, they hate you for wanting characters that conform to masculine or feminine standards. But these firings are the result of chasing after the imaginary modern audience.
Yeah, they don't like things that are normal because the people who are making them aren't normal. They don't know what normal is, and they try to make their own normal. They think that what actual normality is bad.
At the expense of actual gamers. And now they get to learn how unpopular their progressive feminist drivel is in gaming spaces.
Does it depress you to know just how alone you really are?
It's so good, man. That's so good.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends,
I'll do
subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, I've started uploading content onto Rumble, so make sure to follow me over there, soon. And don't forget to follow me.
I say that every time he says it in one of his videos that I react to. I always say it. I'm gonna upload to Rumble soon. We'll see. I probably have to move first. I'm gonna be moving soon.
Over on X, where I keep a list of games lousy with wokeness pinned to my account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. In any case, let's check in on all the fallout that is taking place over at Crystal Dynamics right now as a result of their boneheaded decisions. Because let's face it, we all know why this Perfect Dark game was canceled.
Oh yeah,
they took
it was
an
fake.
Iconic character that everyone liked the look of, and it wasn't just dudes, it wasn't just men. Joanna Dark is the sort of character.
Yeah, this looks like Cyberpunk mixed with like a Solar Punk game. This looks like it could have been Solar Punk 2077. It looked too good to be true, and it also looks kind of bad at the same time.
That girls like to
cosplay
as at events, but they changed her into your average HR swamp monster with a manly square jaw that would make Bruce Wayne envious and a butch haircut. The only thing missing from this transformation was changing the color of Joanna's hair to blue or purple or something. But honestly, the color of Joanna's hair in this new version of the game was pretty much the only identifiable quality of her looks from the previous games. So they really couldn't change that without admitting that...
I wish they would have taken the colors and lighting of this game and put it into the Outer Worlds 2 game, because the Outer Worlds 2 lighting is so weird and unnatural. I really like the way stuff looks in this whatever engine they got. The coloring and the lighting and the shadows. This is what Outer Worlds 2 should be. But instead, it looks like Avowed. It's like purple and teal everywhere.
But actually, this was just a brand new character. In any case, though, let's read about the actual layoffs in this article from IGN. It says in the article, Crystal Dynamics has laid off an unknown number of workers following the cancellation of Perfect Dark by Microsoft.
I wonder how many nose rings got laid off.
In a statement on LinkedIn, Crystal Dynamics confirmed the layoffs, but did not specify the number of people impacted. Today, we made the very difficult decision to part ways with a number of our talented colleagues as the result of evolving business conditions.
It was probably a lot. It was probably an embarrassing amount.
The statement reads, "This decision was not made lightly. It was necessary, however, to ensure the long-term health of our studio and core creative priorities in a continually shifting market." Now, let me partially translate what they meant here. What they meant to say was, because we were complicit in the decisions to replace a gaming icon with an unattractive hag, favoring feminist sensibilities over the demands of our actual customers, because of that, one of the games that we were working on was terminated by Xbox, and a number of our employees have to look for new work. But, reading on, the article says, the company also confirmed that Tomb Raider, still in development, was unaffected by the decision. And you know, I'm sure that the game...
Wait, really, you think? Oh man, I'm not looking forward to whatever the next Tomb Raider is going to be, because even if they de-wokify it, It's gonna be broken. It's gonna be incomplete. It's gonna feel like there's things been taken out of it, or they're gonna wokeify it, and in which case it's gonna be bad, and that's gonna kill at least that version of Tomb Raider. Let's go back to making smaller Tomb Raider games with like lesser graphics. Let's tone it down a bit, shall we? Yeah, these AAA companies, they ain't gonna do that though. They'd rather spend $300 million on a risk. They're gonna risk with the entire game rather than risk on mechanics and just have a whole bunch of different games that do a bunch of different things and experiment. But no, we don't get that. Man, I really miss the PS1, PS2 era. That is my favorite era. That's what I'm playing right now, linked on my gaming channel in the description.
Does remain unaffected, but only in the sense that it is still being made. However, what do you want to bet that they are going to be much more careful with the way that they handle Tomb Raider moving forward? As some evidence of this, do you guys remember about a year or so ago, this tabletop RPG here was announced using the Tomb Raider license from Crystal Dynamics?
Bro, it was so bad. Dude, it looks like it's got the character models, you know, that all of the trash woke games use. It's pattern recognition. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what it is. It just screams woke.
And it caught hell from fans of the franchise because they made a big deal about Lara not raiding any tombs in it because that was colonialist and evil. And as you can see from this post, the game was canceled a few months back.
Good.
Actually, I covered it on this channel.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't hear about that. I missed that one. Good.
The thing is, supposedly, there was a dispute between Crystal Dynamics and
What happened with that TV show? Did it ever release? Is it out? Or is that going to be changed? What's happening to that? I heard that was going to be really bad.
Maker of this tabletop game a few months ago, and the prevailing opinion is that Crystal Dynamics saw how woke they were going with this game, this tabletop game, and they pulled the plug on it because they realized they need to do a better job of protecting their own brand. They also reportedly canceled a Tomb Raider TV show that was being put together by...
Fuck yeah, man! That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Dude, so good.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
It sucks that I'm in a mindset where I'm excited whenever they cancel stuff. Like, what the fuck, man? I should be excited that the stuff's coming out. And I'm in the opposite mindset. Like, get me out of it. Make some good stuff that I want to watch. I want to consume. I want to consume. I just don't want to consume garbage.
The actress who helped ruin the last Indiana Jones film. But anyhow, let's read some more. While the statement does not explicitly mention Perfect Dark as the reason behind the layoffs, multiple former workers have posted on social media whose posts and profiles suggest that was the game they were working on. These layoffs seem to be a delayed reaction to Xbox canceling Perfect Dark, which Crystal Dynamics was working on with The Initiative earlier this year. The Initiative was shuttered at the time of the cancellation back in July. Crystal Dynamics was originally brought in to revitalize Perfect Dark after struggles getting the project moving with former co-developer Certain Affinity. Crystal was later acquired by the Embracer Group in 2022.
Oh no, not Embracer Group! I'm pretty sure they're the ones who fucked up Borderlands. Because they were the ones behind Borderlands 3. Pretty sure.
At which time...
I'm pretty sure they had the hand in pre-sequel first. I think that's what started it all.
The studio was revealed to have 273 employees across its Austin, Bellevue, and San Mateo offices. Crystal laid off 10 people in 2023 and laid off 17 more earlier this year. It's unclear how many remain now. Well,
not very many.
Only they hadn't listened to the feminist prudes and decided that the female form is somehow evil. It seems that this wouldn't have happened. This mandate here from Xbox for people developing their games probably had a lot to do with the decision to make Joanna Dark fugly as hell because Xbox...
Yeah, rather than take all the criticism, like, because we saw all the criticism, rather than take all that criticism, they doubled down on it, said that we were all a problem, the people who were actually playing the game, said that we weren't real players, or we're not the kind of audience that they're trying to garner. And boom, there you go. Here we are.
Xbox, of course, owns that IP, but Crystal Dynamics is not owned by Xbox, so there is at least the hope that maybe they will learn something from this whole debacle and they will not continue to degrade the Tomb Raider character. I
think they might push it too far in the other direction too. I think they might go for boring, like nothing burger slop that's unoffensive to anybody.
On it, but there is at least a hope that the people who remain at Crystal Dynamics would like to keep their jobs. But I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, they need to go the ways of Stellar Blade. Yeah, I think they need to make Lara Croft like super over the top, cartoonishly, like Stellar Blade, Bayonetta style. I think that's the only way that they're gonna win the actual players back, and they're gonna get 9s and 10s across the board. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications.